morning. It's 7 in the morning. Girl is out here providing content. And that's why I look like this. I'm gonna fix myself. Give me a minute. Let me just fix myself. Morning. Good morning. Sunny Bonani. Welcome to my channel. It's Friday morning. It's just after 7. Girl came into work early because girl was gonna do question and answer video. A business related question and answer video. And then girl could not find the questions. So girl could not answer. But then girl realized that I have got some juice on Mr. Price. I've got some tea. I have been watching Mr. Price because we cannot be in denial about the fact that they are killing it. They are killing it in every single market. They are not playing, they're not here for games. And we, as people in retail, boss babes in retail, we need to learn. We need to learn from these big guys and we need to implement the things and to make it happen. I have got 5 things that I have really been zooming in a lot when it comes to Mr. Price. And I broke it down a bit for you. And I'm going to start with the first one. I'm not even going to hold up the tea. I'm going to start with the first one. The first one is their presence in the market. Mr. Price is definitely on everybody's lips. If it's not in home, for home decor, if it's not for clothing, if it's not for sportswear, if it's not for whatever reason, they make sure that they have a presence in the market. They also don't play when it comes to giveaways. They are the type of people that's like, we have a 20k giveaway, we have a 10k giveaway, we have a 5k giveaway, and we are out here playing games and we are out here saying we have 500 rand, we have this, we have that, you know. Obviously we have to scale it to our own size of our company, and they are doing exactly that. They're doing the same, but they have a way of using creative creators. So they use influencers that definitely has a different niche in the market. I don't know if you have noticed that, but the latest campaign that they did, the last one, I was so surprised at the influencers they use. They even started using the mama bloggers. They even started invading that space. Like, it's a space that people are only like, you don't usually see a lot of mama bloggers, you know, advertise for big clothing brands. In actual fact, for myself, I haven't seen a lot. But Mr. Price is like, we found a gap in the market, let me do the things. And that is just how they operate. They make sure that they are on everybody's lips. Like, you have to know they exist. And I'm going to go over to number 2 because we can have a whole conversation about number 1 and I can pop up a lot of stuff of what I've seen on their feed. But let's go to the next one because there's more. Number 2 is they jump on every trend. They don't... These people don't have time for games. I don't know. Sometimes when I look at them, I'm like, yes, there's a lot of people that do what they need to do in order for them to be successful, but they surely hired the right people. Back to them be on trend with everything. So Mr. Price, basically, when there is something happening, there's a trend when it comes to, obviously they have fashion forecasters, trend forecasters that does this for them. But the moment we see it in the market, they've done it. By the time we see it, the second place we'll see it will be Mr. Price. And that is what we as small clothing brands have to kind of keep up with. Now I'm going to quickly give you a little secret that I do to stay up with the trends, because that was also one of the questions I scanned through that someone asked me. I make sure that I know what is happening in UK fashion-wise. UK predicts to us what is going to happen very soon. The only trend I'm excited to say that Mr. Price did not jump on yet, and please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if I've not seen it, but they have not gotten on the pullover trend. They have not gotten on that. Can someone please correct me if I'm wrong? Because that trend is currently, it's abroad, it's a thing. Now that is what I do. I make sure that I know what's happening abroad. So by the time that Mr. Price and all those people have it here, then we also have it. I don't know, where's all my Hoppity OGs? I don't know if you guys recall that there was a time where Hoppity had garments before the Fix had it, and it would sometimes be the same color, it would be sometimes be the same vibe. Although people like, Candace, guys, where are you at? Like, do you guys remember that time where we were saying, like, I would say, guys, look here, we have this, they just got it in. Now that was because I used to make sure that I stayed abreast of trends that way. Watch all your hauls of Zara and all those brands from your YouTubers in Europe and the US, and play on the trends, play on the color palette, play on that, Wait, let's go on. We're talking too much. We're talking too much about this. We're going to go over to number 3, and number 3 is they take risks. They are not scared to take risks. Now, can I tell you guys something? When it comes to risking in fashion, there's 2 things. You have to know your market. Like, you have to know your clients are not going to take this, that, or the other. We just did a range recently. I'm going to pop it up on the side of the screen. We just did a range recently at Hoppity. And I'm telling you, that range we did was risky. It was risky in a big way because it was stuff that we would not usually give our clients. It was also color palette wise very risky, and you'll see now why. But we wanted to do, we're learning from Mr. Price, so we wanted to test. And we're going to have a few risky ones that's still going to come that we are planning. In actual fact, there's a big risky campaign we're working on. Not the one we're busy with that's launching now, but there's a risky campaign we're working on. And I'm busy planning that risky campaign with blogger moms and the whole works. But I feel like if I don't take the risk, then how am I going to know if it's going to work? So Mr. Price, they will bring in garments that you and I both know when we walk into the store, we'll be like, seriously now, Mr. Price, like really now? And guess what? There's a market for it. There is a market for it, and they're just tapping into it. They're just making sure that they are relevant. And yes, it might not be what you want, and it might not be what I want, but there's a market. And they take that risk, and guess what? That person's going to come back. That person's going to know that Mr. Price, you know, their project range, I feel like they decided we're going to have a risky label within Mr. Price. And that way, all the people that like to dress up and be risky with their outfits are going to become their loyals. And that is how Mr. Price operates. Besides the fact that they are risky when it comes to, jumping onto trends and seeing how it goes, they also do this strategically, and I'm going to tell you about this in point number 5. But let's go over firstly to point number 4, which is they have a massive variety. Guys, in the beginning of the year, I was so shook when Mr. Price had school clothing. And I remember, I don't know what it was, I feel like it was Noah or Joshua, like one of my kids, 7 and 10, told me, Mom, they have school clothes. A 7-year-old or my 10-year-old, I don't know which one, told me, Mom, they have school clothes. Now, if a child can tell you that, how many people were like, what? Were people negative about it? I was definitely negative about it. I still said to Janae, we had a conversation about it. And I said to Janae, you know what, Janae? I feel like when it comes to brand, you have to know, like, this is the brand. This is what I'm producing to my clients, and it's about my brand. To them, it's about making dollar. They're here to make dollar on brand, very much on brand, but they are here to make dollar. And they saw that they are able to make dollar off school clothing. Now, for example, if Hoppity now out of the blue, Hoppity Apparel out of the blue start making nurses, what do they call it? Scrubs? Nurses scrubs? Out of the blue. That is going to be questionable when it comes to my brand, isn't it? If we out of the blue start just selling on our feed, you're going to be slightly confused because it's like, are you guys now? you know. So that is what Mr. Price is actually doing. But they're okay with it because they're massive enough to be able to get the market to just buy into it and not question it too much, but in actual fact be happy because now they can buy it on account, you know. Oh wait, now they also, I saw that they now have I don't know what it's called, I'm gonna put it in here, but they have, it's not called, what is it called, it's not stationery, but they now have like these little bits and bobs, like the microphone, the vacuum cleaner, the pillows, the like they are just, I can't even see my head. If I think about it, I'm like, I would probably be, no, I'm not selling that. I'm not selling staplers. I'm not selling, no, it's not on brand. It's we a clothing retail business. They are living limitless. And they are coining it. So we need to watch what we're doing, guys. We need to zoom into the fact that we have a client base and see how we can, in an innovative way, provide them with items and things that they can add into their cart. And it can be things that is maybe color palette wise. Stick to your color palette, your brand color palette, you know, try and stick to things that you know, that colors and things that you know your clients buy but that they need. And with the variety that Mr. Price offers, they also offer variance in it. They're not shy when it comes to colors. No boo. They're not shy. They will have this top. They will have it in blue, white, pink, yellow, red. Every single color. Where I would, for example, be like, okay, we're going to do black, white, and beige. We're going to, you know, that's our color. Or we're going to, no, they don't do that. They just wait. Every color, everybody, all the time, sorted, done. That is how they roll. Number 5 is probably the one that is quite questionable for me. The one that kind of still makes me like, and that is sales. So when Mr. Price, remember I said earlier when I said number 3, when they take risks, they know why they're taking it, because they are okay with the fact that when they do their costing and their pricing, they know when they're taking the risk that, you know what, it's okay, because if it doesn't sell, we're going to put it on sale. So what happens is, when they price their garments, they make sure that they make a good enough profit, and whatever doesn't sell well, they just mark it off and it becomes less, and we go crazy because I got this stuff for 20 rand. Oh my gosh. But what actually happened is that the top is, that is their cost price, for example. So, or they would, for example, buy it and they okay to lose a bit instead of losing it completely. Now, I tried this thing where I did the 100 rand sale. And believe me, that's a video I'm going to do on its own. When it comes to, like, yeah, that's a video on its own. But I tried it, right? And what I did was, I made it 100 rand, the items, which was below cost for me. But most of that items I've had for more than 6 months. And it was just sitting here, it was just gathering dust. We moved into a new space, and I just said, guys, I don't know what I'm going to do with all of this stuff. It can't just be here. I can't just come with all that stuff from our previous space. We just moved, I need space, let's get rid of it. And then we decided, let's do a 100 rand sale. Now, I've always been sensitive about sales, because when you do a sale, oh gosh guys, this is also another video on its own, but when you do sales, you are telling people that actually, I'm okay with selling at this price. So when you have it your normal price, it's going to take a while for you to get that type of clients and that type of market to understand that this is actually the real price. And guess what? That is where I'm finding myself at the moment. The OGs will stick, because the OGs know the quality, the OGs know how you roll. So for the OGs, they all jumped onto the wagon of the sale stuff. Those sale clients might not pull through to the actual, like buying it for the actual price. They might have to think about it. They might be, if they're happy with the quality of the garment, that will motivate them to go over and to buy, you know, your normal price items because they know the quality of it. But it doesn't always happen. Now, one thing that I did not mention in this video, now that I'm talking about quality, is the fact that Mr. Price, and this is a bonus point, but Mr. Price they just continue to push out garments, quantity, and they have certain items that you know that is quality, like you can feel the fabric, you know it's quality. But majority of their stuff, you and I both know that it's just like it's the value, whatever it's priced at, that is the level of the quality, that is, you know, you're gonna wear it for that amount of time. And some of the stuff, like I support them, my kids, my husband, my family, I buy their clothes, I buy their things there. So it's just not myself, because obviously I'm representing my brand, but my clothes and my shoes and like my accessories, this is Mr. Price, this is Mr. Price, this is Mr. Price. So I buy from them, I support them, I love them. But when it comes to clothing, now that I have my own clothing business, I know I'm so sensitive about cutting off threads. I'm so sensitive about certain fabric. I'm so sensitive about, you know, there's so many things that I know that I zoom into that I'm not okay, like I'm not even okay to pay 150 Rand for that, because yes, I know it might only be the price of the fabric in my world, because they specifically have massive volumes that they're operating. So they import their fabrics, so they literally pay next to nothing, where we as the normal retail brand or normal brand, local brand, you buy it at double or triple what they pay for it. So when your black top is 200 Rand, you are making your percentage on it. Mr. Prices is 180, but they're making way more on it, because not only do they buy, some of the stuff is imported, but also they basically buy the fabrics for next to nothing, you know. So yeah, that one is another video for itself, which I think we should go into a bit more. I am going to focus slightly more on business related content, because your girl have got so much to share. And if you are in business, especially in retail, and you're new here, boo-boo, please click on the subscribe button below. Join the family. Come over to my Instagram. Hang out there. Show me. You should just make it happen. Show up for yourself. Show up for who you are, boo. Show up for your business. You do your thing. There's only one you and only one you that can make it happen. Mwah. See you guys. Bye.